We've been dealing with you for years. It's no surprise. James, can you hear us back there? You're good? Okay. First off, welcome. I am Jimmy Lentz. I'm Chief of Cabarrus County EMS, and I would like to welcome you to the 12th Annual Hearts and Heroes event. This is an event that we at Cabarrus County EMS look very forward to annually. We would like to start by saying thank you to several groups and individuals who make this event and the amazing care that we provide on the streets possible. First off, we'll start with the Cabarrus County Board of Commissioners, Chairman Chris Meismer, Vice Chair Laura Lindsay, Commissioner Kenny Wortman, and Commissioner Larry Pittman. I understand Commissioner Lynn Shue was unable to attend tonight, but we certainly appreciate his support as well. Also, Dr. Catherine Waggy and Dr. Josh Hall, and Atrium Health Cabarrus for supporting us in many aspects, especially cardiac care, but they're amazing partners through basically everything we do, and they're supporting us tonight with the fantastic meal we're fixing to have. So it's certainly a privilege to witness the reunion of medical caregivers with the patients that they have served during clinical medical events. This recognition of critical medical events, which often includes bystander CPR, to the skilled 911 telecommunicator who provides comfort and direction to callers. This hits kind of home to me this year because my two daughters, or Janet's and my two daughters, are telecommunicators and actually working tonight. So that one takes a new meaning this year. The dedication and expertise of our first responders, both paid and volunteer, further ensure that patients receive the necessary care promptly as patients arrive to Atrium Health Cabarrus. A team of medical providers there stand ready to continue the highest level of pre-hospital medical care. Let's take a moment to appreciate the seamless coordination and unwavering commitment to everybody involved in this life-saving chain of care. Welcome and thank you for being part of this extraordinary event. Now I'd like to introduce the Reverend Alan Thompson. Alan is a retired director of Cabarrus County EMS, who I had the privilege to serve many years with. Alan and I actually started at Cabarrus EMS on the same day in January 4th of 1990. Alan is currently serving as EMS Program Director and Emergency Medical Science Chair at Rowan Cabarrus Community College, and again, that's a relationship and an association we don't take lightly because it's a fantastic working relationship with the college. So thank you, Alan.
Would you bow your heads, please? O divine source of life, our God, we gather tonight in gratitude, we gather in hope, and we gather in love. We give thanks for the survivors who have walked through the valley of uncertainty and emerged with renewed breath. Their hearts, once stilled, beat again, reminding us that life is precious, fragile, and filled with second chances. May they find strength in their journey, purpose in their renewed days, and peace in the moments that once seemed lost. Oh Lord, we bless the rescuers, the hands that pressed, the voices that calmed, and the minds that acted without hesitation. Whether they were trained professionals or courageous bystanders, they became instruments of the mercy and vessels of divine intervention. May they know tonight the impact of their bravery and carry with them the light of hope that they have ignited in others. Oh Lord, we also uplift their families, the steadfast pillars of love who waited, who wept, and who prayed. They have carried the weight of fear, yet their hearts remained open to healing and to faith. May they find comfort in the embrace of the community tonight, reassurance in the gift of time, and joy in the presence of their loved ones. Oh, Holy God, may all who have been touched by cardiac arrest, those who survived, those who fought, and those who grieved, find in you a source of comfort and renewal. We pray that faith in their faith, they could continue to walk hand in hand with those around them, and that they would experience that healing, be filled with wisdom, and offer hope to those in need. Oh Lord, with hearts of gratitude, we offer this prayer tonight in unity, bound in love. And we offer this prayer as a breath of life. Amen. If you will please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Catherine Waggy. I'm the medical director for Cabarrus County EMS. I am also an emergency medicine attending at Atrium Cabarrus. Thank you everyone for taking the time to join us this evening at what is for me and many others in this room a truly joyful event we are lucky enough to put on and attend each year. It's a celebration of life, of community, and a testament to the people who every day choose to be a hero. Whether that is a first responder, a hospital-based worker, an outpatient rehab employee, a caregiver, or you as the survivor yourself, we have all made choices that make us heroes. Every second counts in a cardiac arrest situation. The more coordinated the response, the higher the chance of survival. Tonight, I want to highlight the vital collaboration between emergency medical services and hospital services when responding to a cardiac arrest. Our primary role in the pre-hospital setting is to stabilize, provide immediate interventions such as CPR, defibrillation, advanced airway management, and then we establish a direct line of communication with the emergency department so that we can prepare to seamlessly continue this amazing care that has been initiated. We are lucky in our community to have firefighters and police who ensure there's a safe environment for us to provide patient care in. They allow us to quickly gain access to our patients and start early interventions with AEDs and other proven treatments known to improve survival from cardiac arrest. There is ongoing work to make sure AEDs are present throughout this community and that as many people as possible are trained in the use of these AEDs as well as bystander CPR, so if the time should come when you are called upon, you're ready. I am personally lucky to work at Atrium Cabarrus that has a strong network of techs, nurses, emergency physicians, and APPs, as well as cardiologists and intensive care teams, among other service lines, who provide incomparable care for the people in this region. The early notification system and technology we utilize to convey information from the field to the hospital is paramount in providing the excellent care we hold ourselves accountable for as healthcare providers. The collaboration doesn't stop at the emergency room. Once stabilized, patients often require ongoing care in specialized cardiac units, ICUs, and then often on to rehabilitation. This continuous partnership throughout the patient's journey, from the initial call for help to post-arrest care, forms a unified approach that maximizes the chances of survival and long-term recovery. Many people in this room are a proud part of this system. For many years now, I have talked about us all being a family because we are, and you are now a part of this family, so welcome. I am now proud to introduce our new Chief Medical Officer at Atrium Cabarrus, Dr. Rami Zabian. Dr. Zabian has extensive experience in hospital leadership, hospital administration. He's a critical care intensivist and pulmonologist who knows all too well the path of recovery from cardiac arrest. Please welcome Dr. Zabian. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm thankful that you adjusted the microphone. I'm not as tall as the chief here, but I'm so happy to be with you today. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Rami Zibian. I'm a pulmonary critical care doc by trade, so I'm a fellow adrenaline junkie, as a lot of EMS personnel and emergency room physicians. And I'm new to the community. I've been here since July of 2024. And the reason I wanted to move here to the community is for my family. I have 2 girls, and I wanted to be in a place where people can have different backgrounds, some diversity, different ways of doing things. But more importantly, I was looking for a place where I can be aligned. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. It was extremely important for me to work for a system like Atrium Health. And for me, it is the ability of caring for patients outside the walls of the hospital. And this event really makes it more connected. I ran into Dr. Waggy in the emergency room last week, and we were working together. And just seeing her excitement, other people's excitement about this event, and what we can do to the community. It is more than an 8 to 5. It is more than doing a job. It is impacting people in the community. And Atrium Health has given me that opportunity, that we're able to serve the community at large. And I'm very proud to be part of this event and representing Atrium Health today. I want to share just a little bit that we gave a lot of thanks for a lot of people. It does take a village, right? When we're taking care of patients with cardiac arrest. And I promise that I will keep this under 90 minutes. Is that what we agreed? Because I'm standing between you and dinner here. So below 90 minutes is what I agreed to for the time. But it does take everybody, right? And not only the physicians, nurses, cardiologists, but the people who clean the room, the people who provide food in the hospital. And we're extremely lucky, the paramedics that we have. They do more than the things that we do, a lot of things behind the scenes that the paramedics are working on and check on patients. I think we're extremely lucky in the community to have all the work that they have. I want to thank Dr. Waggy for sharing her excitement with me and when we worked together, because I think that helped me more get connected. I see a lot of faces. We're very happy to be here. It is there's a lot of personal connection to a lot of things in this event today. I want to thank Keith Cook, manager of event medicine, Heather Lechner, trauma program coordinator, and Melissa Engelberger as our EMS liaison. But it does take a village, and not only the people who work in the hospital, right? I shared a small story. I had a patient that came to the ER once, which is where I got my passion for critical care, from the ER, that came and was telling me, I'm not sure if I should come here. I felt something weird, and while he was talking to me, his heart stopped, and we had to shock him. He opened his eyes and asked, Doc, you think it was a good idea for me to come today to the emergency room? Now this guy was lucky that he drove and did not have a red light, but a big thanks goes to the families of patients with cardiac arrest. A lot of you did bystander CPR. A lot of you convinced your family member to come to the emergency room. So if there are any families here, please stand and be celebrated. I will leave you with this. A lot of times you see things on the news, whether it's a shooting, a murder, and you say that, hey, there's loss of life that is not justified. Sometimes it takes 50 or 100 people working together to save one life. And if you ask the same 50 or 100 people Would you do it again to save one life? They will say yes, absolutely. And I see a lot of you today that would do it again. This gives me hope, and I think it should give you hope and belief in humanity. I think this is a wonderful event. It does connect to purpose for me. Thank you for having me here tonight. I kept it below 90 minutes. Before you go for dinner, there is a buffet. Please wait at your table. Somebody will give you instructions to go get your dinner. But very thankful for all of you tonight.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. Good. Yes. I'm Dominique Clark. I am the communications manager here at Cabarrus County, and I have the honor of filling in some pretty big shoes tonight, as Justin Brines could not be here, but I am going to take his place as your MC for the remainder of the evening, and it is such an honor to be able to do that and be here with you guys in this way. Two things I want to do before we move this event forward. One, I'd like to thank Atrium Health. They are responsible for the incredible meal that you all just received tonight, so let's give them a round of applause. And two, I'd like to direct your attention to the screens. We have an inspiring video that we'd like to play for you all before we continue on. So take a look.
Start your engine! Start your engine!
I'm Justin Brines, Deputy Chief of Administration with Cabarrus County EMS. Cabarrus County has long been known as the home of NASCAR, but I bet you didn't know that we use a pit crew approach when we take care of patients in cardiac arrest. Cabarrus County EMS is participating in a research trial with Duke University called RACE-CARS. That stands for Randomized Cluster Evaluation of Cardiac Arrest Systems. The easiest way to describe this is what community-based interventions can we implement to improve out-of-hospital cardiac arrest. We're being measured against other intervention counties across the region and the state. The first area of evaluation is how quickly compressions are started over the phone when someone calls 911 for a patient in cardiac arrest. We're currently measuring third in this metric compared to the other intervention counties. Here's more about that initiative.
I'm Hannah Cooper. I'm a 911 dispatcher here in Cabarrus County. Cabarrus County 911. As soon as we pick up the phone, we really want to try and recognize if the patient is breathing. And tell me exactly what happened. And as soon as we recognize that, we try to get hands-on as soon as possible. When we do have a really critical call like that, we know that Cabarrus County EMS is going to take the best care of the patient.
Another highlight of the program is how often an AED is applied prior to EMS arrival. We are actually first with this metric among the other intervention counties, and that is largely in part because of the work our first responders do in the county. Let's hear from a few of them about the work that they do each day.
My name is Steve Madorn. I work for Concord Fire Department. I'm a captain. The importance of the AED really can't be understated. If you don't have it, you're unprepared. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The worst case scenario, if you don't use it, is that you carry a 5-pound piece of equipment back to the truck. And in Cabarrus County, every emergency response unit does have an AED, whether it be a battalion chief or a fire truck. We're really fortunate in this county. I've worked very directly with Cabarrus EMS, and we've gone out of our way to ensure that we train together consistently.
I'd say we're fastest at getting the AEDs on and kind of acting quickly just because of how much training we do as a department. You know, we have a lot of stations around. We have 12 stations currently, so we're able to get to areas pretty quickly. Whenever we practice CPR, we're usually doing that CPR, or that pit crew CPR setting. So when everyone gets off the truck, they already know what to do hands-on. Our goal is to help that person and to help their family. So we're going to do that as quickly as possible.
My name is Jeffrey Pinniger. I am with Midland Fire and Rescue. When we receive our call from Cabarrus County 911, and as soon as they dispatch it out as a possible unresponsive or a cardiac arrest, typically our response time is under 4 minutes here, and when we get there, quick application of the AED. The AED has been around for many years. Some fire departments recently have transitioned into what we call the Zoll AED. Cabarrus County EMS has gone to a Zoll products, and so we try to stay with Cabarrus County EMS with their equipment, with our equipment. Most of the fire departments around have went with the Zoll AEDs. This right here improves your chance of survivability.
One of the most important areas of evaluation is how many patients survive out-of-hospital cardiac arrest, and we are pleased to say that we are first with this metric. That is among the other intervention counties across the region. Since the implementation of the program 3 years ago, Cabarrus County EMS has had 41 patients survive out-of-hospital cardiac arrest, and we are very proud of this number. Here's more about that initiative.
Having the privilege to make the phone call to the survivors and speak to them and their family is, I think, the most rewarding part of anything I do. One of the most memorable stories to me is one that involves a younger teacher who had a cardiac arrest at the school where he works.
I am the athletic director, and I'm also a PE teacher.
This is my 25th year as a nurse. I originally started out in the emergency department. Last year, I joined Cabarrus Health Alliance, where I started with the school nurse team, and we opened Roberta Red.
It was a good day. Ironically, it was the last day of sports for the entire year.
We had a cookout that day for staff, so we had all enjoyed each other's company for lunch.
We had a home baseball game and volleyball game that was going to take place here.
I wasn't super busy in the office.
Very exciting stress relief day, knowing that things were about to be a lot easier.
But it had been a pretty great day.
I had taken my health class into the auxiliary gym, and we were playing basketball. I guess around 2:50, 2:55, like I started to see these very bright lights in my eyes. Like it's almost like fireworks were going off, something that I had never experienced before, but I chalked it up to dehydration or whatever it may be. No breathing, no pulse, nothing. I had fallen out in this hallway right here, stumbled out of the hallway and fell, and was found by a couple of our coaches. And from there, the call went into the nurse and the rest of the school, and then emergency action kind of took place.
Fierce was unconscious, laying in the hallway. It was very evident that he was, he's clearly unresponsive, he's lifeless, and he needs immediate resuscitation efforts. So start doing chest compressions. I had already instructed someone to call 911. Then I had instructed someone to go get the AED. Once we had that on, we had the AED hooked up and everything. We waited for it to analyze the rhythm. It literally felt like an eternity. That was, at that moment, was probably the worst moment of the entire situation.
I woke up for probably 30 seconds in an ambulance.
He actually was asking for his wife.
I think once I got loaded onto the ambulance, I regained consciousness.
He said, "Where's Cameron?" And I said, "She's coming. We called her." And he's like, "I need Cameron." And I said, "She's coming. She's coming."
I could hear our nurse's voice in the front seat.
And I just kept telling him, "We called Cameron." And he's like, "I love Cameron." And I'm like, "I know you love Cameron."
And after that, I don't remember anything else until literally being in the emergency room. Wife and mother-in-law greeted me in there, and I was told that I had a heart attack and told I had cardiac arrest. Since then, I've tested positive for a very rare syndrome called Brugada syndrome. It's a recessive gene that I formed on my own. So that has been an underlying health issue my entire life that nobody knew about until now.
I am thankful that I was here to assist in the matter. The odds were not in favor for Pierce. He is truly a miracle. I'm so thankful that he's still here and that he gets to live each and every day with his wife and his 2 little girls.
Nurse Gribbins have been close the entire year. She's always been somebody that I've talked to, leaned on, joked with, had fun with. And now, now we're kind of bonded for life. So she's been awesome. She's the best. Everybody here at the school loves her. And she's really taken us under her wing to help make sure that we're okay in this crisis. So since then, it's only heightened. And I can't say enough. She saved my life.
Another area of evaluation is bystander CPR. This measures how often CPR is started by bystanders prior to first responder arrival. Although we're doing great in this area, we could do better and we need your help. If you've never learned CPR, or maybe you have in the past and you'd like to learn it again, we can help. Reach out to us via the information on the screen for more. As you've seen, cardiac arrest survival does not exist in a vacuum. From the telecommunicator who answers the phone when someone calls 911, to the bystander who starts CPR, to the first responders who respond quickly and apply an AED, to the EMTs and paramedics that provide advanced level care and deliver the patient to the hospital, all of these things result in successful outcomes. We are grateful for the partnerships that we have and look forward to working together in years to come.
All right, so that video is an excellent segue into the celebration of life. Tonight, we are celebrating 27 lives saved. Yeah. That's 27 individuals who got the opportunity to wake up this morning, who got the opportunity to create more memories and experiences with their loved ones, their friends, their neighbors, and that's all because of the people in this room. The people in this room who had the audacity, the bravery, the courage to step up and help these people have a second chance at life. And so I'm excited to be able to share a small part of their stories with you tonight. And we're gonna kick things off with Tina McLaurin. So if Tina, you and your family can make your way to the front of the stage here as I share your story. On February 18th, Tina McLaurin experienced a sudden cardiac arrest. She was found unresponsive by her children, who immediately called 911. Firefighters arrived promptly and began CPR. Concord Fire personnel confirmed the cardiac arrest and applied an AED. Crews then continued CPR until EMS arrived. After about 2 minutes of CPR, the AED advised a shock and was needed and reset Tina's heart rhythm. Following the shock, Tina's heartbeat returned. She then received additional medicine to stabilize her condition. The team placed Tina on a Zoll Auto Post, which is able to provide needed compressions of CPR if needed again. Tina's heart stopped again, and the Zoll Auto Post kicked into action. Crews administered more cardiac medications, and Tina's heart began to beat on its own. Tina was transported to Atrium Cabarrus. During her stay, medical staff determined the cause of the cardiac arrest. With proper treatment and care, Tina made a full recovery during her 12-day hospital stay. With those involved in Tina's care listed on the screen, please come forward for a reunion. We would also like to ask everyone who assisted in her care from Atrium Cabarrus to please come forward as well. Oh, that would help, thank you. All right, so we have this incredible red carpet in front of me. We're gonna ask you guys to walk the red carpet and head to the back for that step and repeat where you see it straight behind you, and you're gonna have your photo made. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Maybe we should have had some music for the red carpet. Tina and a few of our other cardiac arrest survivors were also seen by our community paramedic team once discharged home. And I have to say, I've had the opportunity to shadow some of our community paramedics, and they are absolutely incredible. This is more than just a job for them. They are super passionate about what they do, and they truly care about the people that they serve. The community paramedics provide a proactive, in-home approach with a focus on education, medical intervention, and resource allocation. If you are a community paramedic and are here tonight, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. All right. right, next up, we have Edward DeLasso. Would Edward and his family please make their way forward? Oh, that's what's going on.
Yep, I got you. Technology issue. Stand by.
I was wondering why I went to the...
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe that's not clicked. Yep,
Hi.
there you go.
So I'll share a little bit of Edward's story as Kara is fixing the computer. There we go. So on May 4th, Edward DeLasso went into cardiac arrest at a local restaurant. Patrons inside contacted 911, and Concord Fire Department responded. Crews performed CPR and used an AED to stabilize him and transport him to Atrium Health Cabarrus. Edward recovered in the hospital and was released and is doing well and is here with us today. So if everybody on the screen who was involved in his care, please come to the stage and have a reunion.
Forgot to hit apply to all. No, we should.
We should go to the photo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, let's give them all a round of applause. If you all can make your way down the red carpet and have your picture taken. One thing I want to share about their photos, the group photos obviously are a great memory for them to have from this event and their life-saving event. Along with the photo, the survivors are also receiving canvases, which are in the back there, and you see this on the screen. This is an image of the canvas. The canvases are being signed by those involved in the survivors' care. So we hope that our survivors are here tonight, enjoy this gift and token of appreciation. All right, our next survivor to be recognized is Kathy Coley. So will Kathy Coley and her family please join us at the front of the stage? On May 30th, after dropping off her daughter at a local store, Kathy Coley's car drifted to the roadside at a stoplight. Her daughter watched this happen and quickly discovered her slumped over the steering wheel, unresponsive. Emergency services were called. Concord Fire Department arrived within 3 minutes and quickly assessed Kathy's condition. CPR was initiated and an AED delivered 2 shocks. EMS arrived soon after and provided advanced life support, which included 3 additional shocks with a Zoll monitor. Kathy's pulse returned and she was transported to Atrium Cabarrus. There, in the cardiac catheterization lab, blood flow was restored to her heart. Kathy's condition stabilized and she was discharged following a 6-day stay. With those involved in Kathy's care listed on the screen here, come forward for a reunion. And we'd also like those who assisted in her care from Atrium Cabarrus to join as well. All right, if you all can walk the red carpet and get your photo taken. So as you'll see tonight, a loved one, a friend, a neighbor, even a stranger could go into cardiac arrest at any moment. According to the American Heart Association, nearly 45% of out-of-hospital cardiac arrest victims survive when bystander CPR is provided. In short, bystander CPR is critical and improves survival. If you have not learned CPR, please join us at one of our upcoming community CPR events. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Deputy Chief Kara Clark. Kara, you want to wave? Yay. Please follow us on the Cabarrus County EMS Facebook page and Instagram page for updates and additional classes. Dates for the upcoming classes are on either screen here. As you all saw in the video, we are currently in the middle of the race cars trial. Lisa Monk is attending from the Race Cars group tonight. We appreciate their support and their efforts in improving cardiac arrest survivor rates. Lisa, can you please stand and be recognized? Okay. All right, speaking of CPR, our next survivor to be recognized is Donald Duvall. Donald and your family, can you please make your way to the front? On the morning of August 24th, Donald Duvall told his wife Joyce that he felt tired and was having chest pain and thought it was indigestion. Later that day, Donald experienced a cardiac arrest in front of his wife. Joyce immediately recognized what was happening and called 911. Guided by a telecommunicator on the phone, Joyce began chest compressions. Concord Fire soon arrived on the scene. They continued CPR and delivered 2 shocks with an AED. Cabarrus EMS personnel then arrived and placed Donald on a Zoll monitor. His irregular heart rhythm continued, and he was shocked 3 additional times. After delivery of the 5th shock, Donald finally regained a steady pulse. He was placed on the Zoll Auto Pulse and taken by ambulance to Atrium Cabarrus. Roughly 18 minutes of CPR was performed before Donald's pulse fully returned. Donald received an extensive workup at the hospital. A pacemaker defibrillator was implanted to help regulate his heart rate and prevent further cardiac arrest. He was hospitalized for 28 days before being transferred to a rehabilitation unit for an additional 16 days. He then returned home. One interesting note, it turns out that Donald, a retired firefighter, actually taught Joyce, his wife, CPR. So the techniques she used were actually the ones that she learned from him, and so that's pretty fantastic. So with those involved in Donald's care listed on the screen, please come forward, including those from Atrium Cabarrus. It looks like some of the crew left something behind at his home that he's going to give back to them tonight. Thank you all. Walk the red carpet and take your photo. So I don't know if you all are familiar with challenge coins, but all of the family and the bystanders tonight are receiving challenge coins after providing life-saving compressions are receiving the challenge coins tonight for their heroic acts of love. So we're excited to present them with those as well. Challenge coins surfaced during World War I. The practice of carrying a coin designed specifically for a unit was popular with the Air Force and the Army Special Forces. An individual would carry the coin at all times and present it to prove affiliation with the organization. The use of challenge coins established standards for achievement, commitment, pride, projects, and unity. This year at Hearts and Heroes, we are sharing the Cabarrus County EMS Challenge Coin with those who performed life-saving measures. Thank you all, the bystanders who assisted in life-saving care. And these are images of the challenge coins that they're receiving. All right, we're going to move to our next story, our next case. Would Robert Cochran and family please make your way to the stage? On November 17th, Robert Cochran suffered a cardiac arrest at his home. Robert began having trouble breathing, and his wife, Sherry, realized what was happening. She immediately called 911. The telecommunicator instructed her on proper CPR techniques. Soon after, first responders and EMS personnel arrived and continued CPR. During resuscitation, Robert was shocked twice with a Zoll cardiac monitor. Within 8 minutes of the start of CPR, Robert's heart successfully restarted. His pulse returned. After stabilization, medications were given to prevent another cardiac arrest. Robert was then transported to Atrium Cabarrus, where he underwent a heart catheterization and eventually surgery to restore proper blood flow. Following the surgery and a 13-day hospital stay, Robert returned home in stable and improving condition. With those involved in Robert's care, those shown on the screen here, please make your way to the front, including those from Atrium Cabarrus who were involved in his care. All right, thank you all. If you can walk the carpet and take your photos. One of the things I love is that our EMS group has cardiac arrest support groups, and this is a new thing. In 2024, Cabarrus County EMS created a cardiac arrest support group. The group is open to survivors, bystanders, family members, and others who've been impacted by cardiac arrest events. The group was established to prioritize mental health, build relationships, and offer support. The next meeting will take place March 13th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Cabarrus County EMS headquarters. When someone experiences a cardiac arrest, it can be a difficult event for everyone involved. We want to make sure we are not there, or we want to make sure we are there not only for our patients, families, and bystanders during their medical events, but there for them during their recovery process as well. So sign up if you're interested. I think it's a great group. All right, the next story or survivor that we'll share tonight is Brian Wise. Brian Wise and family, please come up front. Yeah. On November 23rd, Brian Wise called 911 due to respiratory distress. Upon arrival, fire and EMS personnel provided initial treatment and placed him into an ambulance. During transport to the hospital, Mr. Wise went into cardiac arrest. The ambulance stopped to provide additional support and called another EMS unit to assist and requested a driver from Concord Fire personnel. Crews began CPR and provided medication, and Brian regained a pulse. The ambulance continued on to Atrium Cabarrus, where Brian received continued care and was stabilized. Once his condition stabilized, more testing was done to determine the underlying cause. 16 days after the cardiac arrest, Mr. Wise underwent heart surgery to restore proper blood flow to his heart. Following the surgery, he made a steady recovery and was discharged after a 7-day stay. With those involved in Brian's care, you see your names on the screen, please make your way up front, including those from Atrium Cabarrus. All right. Thank you. If you all can make your way down the red carpet and take your photo. So you all have heard me mention Zoll cardiac monitors and Zoll auto pulses several times tonight. So we wanted to give you a little information about what those are. These devices are integral for EMS. The monitors have the newest technology that allow EMS to see what is happening inside a patient's heart. With this technology and collaboration with Atrium Health Cabarrus, we are able to send this information directly to the ER and cardiologist. The AutoPulse allows us to provide high-quality CPR down steep stairwells, around sharp corners, or safely in the back of an ambulance. I also want to just say something really quick. When I say we, I am not included in that. I am not a paramedic, so I just want to be clear. Cabarrus County EMS has a long-standing relationship with Zoll Medical. Zoll manufactures the cardiac monitors we use, as well as the AutoPulse device that assists with chest compressions. All Cabarrus County EMS employees involved in the care of a survivor this year will receive a SAVE certificate and a challenge coin. We would like to thank them for their assistance and their support. Andrea and Chase, please stand to be recognized. Are they here tonight? There you go. All right. Our next survivor to be recognized is Brian Griffin. All right, Brian and family, please make your way to the front of the stage. On December 28th, Brian Griffin suddenly collapsed while waiting his turn for a haircut at a local barber shop. The shop owner and another customer immediately jumped into action and determined the need for CPR. A telecommunicator provided instructions and encouragement, and they got to work. Kannapolis Fire Department personnel soon arrived and placed Brian on an AED. He received one shock, and CPR continued. Brian soon regained a pulse and began talking to paramedics. He was transported to Atrium Cabarrus for further care. After he was stabilized, it was determined that no surgical intervention was necessary. His condition improved, and he was discharged after a 3-day hospital stay. Soon, Brian will receive an automated internal defibrillator, which will address any future abnormal heart rhythms. This will help prevent future cardiac arrest from happening. I'm gonna Go to the next slide. As you just heard, you never know where a cardiac arrest will take place, the barbershop, grocery store, at the workplace. The race car trials has asked the intervention continues to recognize businesses. Cabarrus County government was the first employer, which I'm very proud to say, to receive the Heart Safe Workplace Award. We can give a round of applause for that. That's a big deal. We thank the EMS division for training all county employees in CPR. We also appreciate the assistance from Risk and Safety, as well as our Infrastructure and Asset Management Department for installing all our AEDs. The Firefighters Association has also named Moose Pharmacy and Opportunity House as Heart Safe Workplaces. We want to thank Matt Ford for taking on this initiative. Please reach out if you have a workplace that you'd like to learn CPR, obtain an AED, and be named a Heart Safe Workplace. The contact information is there on the screen. The Firefighters Association has decided to donate an AED to Clip a Talk Barbershop to provide them with the technology to complement the life-saving care they already are capable of providing. With those here tonight from the Firefighters Association, please come forward for the presentation of the AED and Heart Safe Workplace Award. All right. With those whose names are on the screen, please come up and have a reunion with Mr. Rice. And again, this includes those from Atrium Cabarrus as well. All right, thank you all. Walk the red carpet and get your photo made. Well, we have one more survivor to recognize tonight. I'll call out your agency if you were involved in the care, but it's Gayla Smith. Gayla Smith and family, please make your way to the front. On August 7th, Gayla Smith and her husband were walking through a restaurant parking lot when Gayla experienced a sudden cardiac arrest. She collapsed backwards and struck her head on the ground. Concord Fire personnel and Cabarrus County EMS arrived quickly and found that Gayla had no pulse. Crews immediately began CPR, and after one round of chest compressions, Gayla regained a pulse and consciousness. Gayla was transported to Atrium Cabarrus, and tests revealed the cause of her cardiac arrest. Due to the complex condition, Atrium specialists determined she needed advanced treatment. They requested MedCenter Air, which took her to CMC Maine in Charlotte. There, doctors performed life-saving interventions. Following a 12-day period in the hospital, Gayla was discharged to a rehabilitation center. There, she made significant progress and returned home after a 7-day stay. With those involved in Gayla's care, please make your way forward. So that's Concord Fire Department and Cabarrus County EMS, and any individuals from Atrium Cabarrus. Bradley Hillard, Jonathan Okay, if I mess up your name, please don't be upset with me. Jonathan Rizak, Cody Wilson, Michael Mabrin, and Kelly Bollock, Bradley Warman, and Gary Shirley. Hopefully, I did not mess that up. Yeah. All right, thank you all. Make your way down the carpet. So this concludes the survivor recognition portion of our event tonight. So now I would like to welcome Deputy Chief Jonathan Molden to the stage to provide a special thanks. Okay.
Good evening. It's truly an honor to stand before you today and shine a well-deserved spotlight on some remarkable people. As the doctor mentioned earlier, there's so many people that work behind the scenes that go unrecognized, and it's good to take an opportunity to speak to them. So I think there's two of our folks from Fleet Services here. Y'all can start walking up this way as I'm talking, and I'll put you on the spotlight. Or there's three of us. So the Cabarrus County Fleet Maintenance team works behind the scenes. Their contributions are essential to the success of Cabarrus County EMS, and their efforts go unseen more often than not. Cabarrus County EMS is lucky to have this group of men and women that work behind the scenes to take care of our equipment. They keep our, ooh, I messed something up here. I broke it. All right, we're going off the cuff here. So this group of individuals takes care of our vehicles. Our ambulances are integral into us being able to deliver care, to respond to the scene, and then to get your family members and the citizens of Cabarrus County to the hospital safely. There are countless number of examples of these men and women coming in after hours, in the dark, in the rain, and recently in the snow and sleet to take care of our vehicles, to change tires, to change batteries, to change things like blinkers and windshield wipers. They're all integral into the success of our agency. Without these men and women working behind the scenes to take care of our equipment, our success would not be possible, and it's just the bottom line. So now that we've put them on the spot, if y'all would give these men a round of applause, I'm gonna. I think likely the hardest job they have is taking care of me on a daily basis. I'm always chirping in their ear about stuff that we need fixed, and they do it with smiles on their faces. I don't know what they say about me after I leave, but it gets done, and we're very, very thankful for the work that they do for us. I'm also going to make them walk the red carpet, and I'm going to go back there and take a picture with them. So thank you, guys.
I'll fix the PowerPoint. Good evening. I am Kara Clark, the Deputy Chief of Support Services. It is my honor to be here tonight and to assist in making this night honorable for those who have suffered a cardiac arrest, as well as those first responders, everybody from law enforcement, telecommunicators, and EMS personnel. So, as many of you know, I am typically behind the scenes and not in front of the camera. So a couple of thanks tonight. I first want to give my gratitude to those who are controlling the cameras, since I love to be in front of them. So a big thank you to our photographer, Captain Kim Allred. Please make sure to get a picture now because I'm turning red and sweating already. So greatly appreciate it. Cheese. All right. Now I have it. So I'd also like to give A recognition to our incredible communications department. They work tirelessly each year ensuring that our event is well advertised and runs smoothly. This year they have also been instrumental in providing a live stream for those who are unable to attend tonight due to their essential work protecting and keeping our county safe. So if we could, everybody wave to the camera and thank those who are still at work tonight. I trust everyone enjoyed the food this evening, and that is thanks to Keith Cook. From Atrium Health Cabarrus, Keith has been a vital partner in making this event a success year after year. Your continued collaboration is greatly appreciated, and thank you for getting me into EMS, by the way. So thank you, Keith, wherever you are. There you are in the back. As mentioned earlier, we are part of the Race Cars Trial, and our participation would not be possible without the dedication of 3 incredible individuals. Sergeant Brian Biggs from Cabarrus County Sheriff's Office and Captain Carla Brown with EMS have been instrumental in handling the data aspect of the trial. And let's not forget the amazing survivor coordinator, Ann Coffey. In addition to her role as a community paramedic, Ann plays a crucial part in both the trial and tonight's event. Thank you all for your tireless work for the trial and this evening. Would Brian and Ann please stand to be recognized? All right. So we're going to have some movement here. I get the honor of also thanking several agencies as well. So law enforcement and telecommunicators are an integral part of the chain of survival. Oftentimes, these individuals are easily forgotten. Telecommunicators listen and decide if CPR is needed. They are tasked with being the calm voice on the other end of the line to encourage and explain how to perform CPR. Law enforcement is not only tasked to keep us safe on scene, but they also are the first to arrive and respond when needed. So, at this time, we would like for all law enforcement agencies and telecommunicators, whether you've had a save recently, you just started yesterday, or you recently retired, please go to the back of the room and have your photo taken for celebration purposes. So, telecommunicators and law enforcement. You have to go too. I'm going to call her out. My wife, Jennifer Clark, is not wanting to go back and get her picture taken. You have to go too. Thank you for listening. Kim, please be careful on the ladder. You're going to hold the ladder. Thank you. I know a couple of people who can handle it if we have an incident, though. So, in EMS, we have good days and we have bad days, but we always try and have fun no matter what we are doing. So, in the spirit of having fun, we are going to take this serious group picture, but then we are also going to ask all the telecommunicators and law enforcement officers to give us a pose as if you had just won the lottery. So, let's see your best I just won the lottery pose, folks. 1, 2, 3. First responders are an essential part of the work EMS does, so much that we could not provide the competent and compassionate care we do without them. Members of the fire departments on the screen had a save in 2024, some of them having multiple saves. If you are affiliated with any of the departments on the screen, please join us in the back for recognition. We appreciate you all being patient. I wish I had a good joke to tell, but come on, everybody. All right, we're almost there. All right, and now for your fun photo. You have just won a new car on The Price is Right. 1, 2, 3, let us see it. Wow! Try again. A new car, a Tesla, anything. Ford F-250. All right, Atrium Health, I'm going to need you guys to do a little bit better than the fire department. So, next up, Cabarrus County EMS extends heartfelt gratitude to Atrium Health for their unwavering support and sponsorship through the years. Their dedication is instrumental in the efforts to serve the community and provide critical care to those in need. This partnership exemplifies the spirit of collaboration and compassion, and Cabarrus County is grateful for your ongoing commitment. Together, we continue to make meaningful difference to those in our community. Thank you for being an invaluable ally in this mission. If you work for Atrium Health, please come back to the back of the room for your group photo and recognition. Oh, yes, Dr. Hall, for sure. I'm trying to see if anybody else in the crowd is trying to miss the pictures. All right, and now you have just seen your favorite celebrity. 1, 2, 3. I heard Keith Urban. And now to honor our survivors, one more time, would all the survivors please report to the back of the room for a group photo? Oh, yep, you got one more. while we're finishing up with these pictures, there are a few individuals that we would like to thank. Chief Lynch mentioned several of them earlier, but without the support that we receive from the county, none of this would be possible tonight. I do want to mention Kelly Sifford, Deputy County Manager, and Dr. Pugh, the Assistant County Manager, for you all coming tonight and your support. I mentioned that we try and have fun at work, even on the tough days. You can see here our leader, Chief Lentz, has these photos hanging up in his office to remind us of every year this celebration. So we're not going to do it right now, but we will have all of our EMS employees for our group photo after the ceremony is over. It is a great honor working with every person, EMS person who works in here, and I appreciate you all coming to this event tonight and showing your support for your patients and the community. So thank you. So, on behalf of EMS and myself, I really appreciate everybody coming tonight. This does end our ceremony, but this does not end the night. Please most certainly stay, mingle, cry, hug, and talk about your experiences, not only through your medical events and cardiac arrest, but just in general about life. So I do hope that everybody drives safely and have a wonderful night. And EMS, report to the back of the room. Thank you all.